All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in the 1/3, and Adawan Ratazah. This lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, and the Wada Abanawa, Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, Peace? Yeah, right. Okay, and pretty much I just want to talk about this breaking news that just took place earlier today, where Nero, Donald J. Trump, the president of Babylon, king of Babylon, with the king of Amalek, Benjamin. All right, his real name escapes me. It's an easy Google. All right, but anyways, pretty much Nero was saying that they've just started. Let me actually share my screen. They're talking about a peace board right here. Okay, Nero peace plan envisions new Gaza and Trump-led board of peace. And what does the scripture say? When they shall say peace and safety, all right, then sudden destruction. All right, you have to understand that the vision, all right, it was said it's plain upon tables. All right, so immediately the first thing that came to my mind is because they're now proclaiming peace, that means something's going to happen, and they already are going to pull the blame game. Okay, they're saying that they're proclaiming a peace proposal with Hamas. Okay, they're proclaiming a peace proposal, but if these Ishmaelites, okay, if they don't agree to this, then it's going to be a full-fledged overthrowing, to bring in the peace talk. Okay, so I'm trying to speak in code, but basically what I see taking place is Esau Edom is trying to proclaim to the world that they're trying to bring peace and they want to stop this, and they're going to basically say that the T squad of the H is not going to agree to it, or they may have a double F take place in NY or somewhere in Babylon, and they're going to start pointing the finger saying, we tried to bring peace, but they brought a sword. Okay, so I got some information for you, but let's start off with the scriptures. Day of the Lord. All right, this is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. Okay, we're ending the Sabbath of today, but the Sabbath, there will also be a Sabbath tomorrow because tomorrow is a day of atonement. So you got a lot of heavy things taking place, a lot of signs. All right, so let's get right into it. It says, but of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Like now, brothers are doing the same lessons. Okay, you got brothers and Shalom, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash, Barakatham to you brothers on the comment board. So we're doing lessons, brothers are doing lessons, elders are doing lessons. All right, we're all in the spirit on the same accord. We know what's up, but we'll watch other brothers' videos to get their take or what the spirit gave them, so you get different angles of the same vision. Just like the prophets of old, they gave you the same prophecy, but from their point of view. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as the thief in the night. Exactly. So now that they're talking this peace talk, as the scripture said they would, you should be expecting something to happen. You got October 7th coming up. You got October 14th coming up. You got a lot of things coming up. And what a perfect time, for the blame game to take place. Esau's been allowing a lot of Ishmaelite religion going on. So I see Esau, the powers that be, are getting the low-level, low-hanging fruit Edomites. They're getting them in a more, I'm not racist, I'm religious. I'm not racist, I'm patriotic. So this is the perfect time for something to take place and Edomites to lose it and believe whatever the powers that be tell them, and point the finger at us. even as well as us, because I seen some Ishmael religion videos the other day that were in Babylon, and I said, damn, this kind of looks like the same setup as an IHPK video. So I'm just giving you thoughts, things that are coming to my mind, and what we're watching, what we're witnessing, what we're processing. Okay. And you really shouldn't be surprised when something happens. It's pretty much like it's like when you're in a building. Like, I'll give you a testimony. So when I was working for this other job, one of the maintenance men came up to me and he was like, hey, just to let you know, we're getting ready to do a fire alarm drill, but no one else knew. Okay. Only the higher ups, not the regular workers, not the people that were in the building, but I was one of them that knew. So I carried along like normal. But then when the alarm hit, people were surprised. People were shook. They were afraid. They scrambled. But I put my tool stuff, I put all my stuff down and walked out like the drill was real. Okay. So the point is, that's how it's going to happen. We're expecting something, but we're going to carry ourselves, like normal. But everyone else is going to be afraid. They're going to be, they're scared or this, they're that. So basically, we know the fire alarm is coming. Okay. We know the fire alarm drill is coming. We know the fire is coming. All right. But people around actually believe the talks of peace. Let's read it. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, 5:3. For when they shall say peace, board of peace, when they shall say the board of peace, okay, right? When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. Now I'm going to hold that there and let me go right here. So check this out. So earlier today, I also have a news break app. Let's actually see if we can do this. I was going to do a lesson on this yesterday. Let's do this. News break, NY, get ready for, I should have screenshotted nuke attack. This just came in this morning. Okay. Let me see. Let's go here. Of course, they got her 2 days ago. Look, see, 2 days ago. Okay. I just got it. All right. I just got this. Okay. It says Secret Service warns of nightmare threat in New York. Okay. So this is how Esau works, man. Large scale NUKE training exercise. This is from the F to the B to the I. Okay. So let's see where else. Let me go right here again. I'll read it again. Look, 4 days ago, Secret Service warns of nightmare threat in New York. You see that? Okay. So they're talking about peace, but also you see little traces of the real narrative that's going to play out. So, you could easily see something like this happening. All right. We're in the times for something to happen. And it's just about him creating the boogeyman. Okay. He's creating a boogeyman. And then when it happens, now the general public of people have already painted in their mind a picture of who that is. And hey, it's more than likely going to be a POC, a person of color, and then he's merging Jake with Ishmael religion. So there's a lot of scenarios that can play out to lead to major prophecy. Okay, there's a lot of scenarios that can play out to lead to major prophecy. All right, and this is a great example. Okay, hey, bro, let me get this real quick. This is Psalms 55 and 20. It says, he has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. So there's another thing too, that you really don't know what's going on in the so-called Middle East. You don't know if people are screaming like, it's not us, or that you have no idea. You only know what he is giving you. You only know what he is showing you. You only know what they reveal unto you. And I believe it was the KJB. What do they call it? The KBJ? I think they're Russian. Let me see real quick. Let me put a KJB B. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. I think it's this. Let me see. KJB. Okay, right here. Okay, so watch this. Watch this. Proved. Let me take the caps off. Proved people only need 2 months of info to, to believe. Let me see what comes up. I could speak it, but I'd rather Okay, right here, right here. 1960s KGB experiments left subject brainwashed. See, look, KGB conducted psychological experiments that found 2 months or less of bombarding subjects with nonstop fear messages for them to believe it. Okay, so Esau, okay, wiser than Daniel, they already know what to do to trick people, to psych you out. So all they need is 2 months or less to bombard you, bomb, no pun intended, bombard you with information to put you in a fear like believing mindset, and that's what you're in right now. Okay, the general public of people have no idea what to believe. They're afraid, and they'll believe whatever happens next. These people now, are there going to be truthers and are there going to be questioners? Yeah, but the general public of people are going to believe whatever they tell them. Just like this, they believe that Esau is attempting a board of peace, but you shouldn't believe this because we have the scriptures, we have the truth. So we know when they start talking peace, you better ask him to spell. What you mean? You mean peace like you got a peace and you're going to use your peace, like the blessing that you was given? You know, Jake talk that slang talk. Esau's blessing is also known as a peace. You know, so what peace are you talking about? Okay, and that's how he's double talk, he's double speech, he's double tongue. Gad call him fork tongue. You got to understand how this devil operates. Of course, he's going to tell you peace. Of course, he's going to broadcast it to the world. So if something happens, they can say, look, we tried to bring peace and they brought a sword. So now we have to defend ourselves. And then guess what? Amalek said that they're going to go full throttle. Okay. And Babylon said that they would back them. Let's actually look that up real quick because that's the least of the flock. So I got another precept for you. Let's put Trump said he would back, pardon Diddy, I forgot about that Negro. Trump said he would back Amalek if doesn't agree to peace. Let's see what comes up. Yep. Where is it? Touts Israel's approval as God's of peace. Hamas has not agreed. So now, right now, the world believes that it's up to Ishmael. Okay, you peep that? Okay. Oh, right here. Thank you, Yabash Mashai. Nero said if Ishmael rejects the deal, he would back Amalek in dismantling and destroying Ishmael. See that? And that's the Muzini Pike plan. The third world's woe will be brought in by Amalek and Ishmael's religion. Okay, so now, what scripture comes to mind? What scripture comes to mind? Where is it? Right here. Boom. Okay, and I always like to bring these two out because they're parallel, and also it shows you that not only will the least of the flock draw out Edom, but it will draw out Edom specifically that's ruling in Babylon, and Edom and Babylon will be destroyed simultaneously together because Amalek draws them out, which will cause the next world's woe. Okay, because these two are the same. Look, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, that he has taken against Babylon, that he has taken against Edom. Okay, so this counsel that was taken against Edom is the same counsel that was taken against Babylon. Okay. And it says he has purpose against the inhabitants of Teman, against the land of Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock, Amalek is the youngest because they established themselves in our land in 1948. Okay. Very powerful. 1948 was a very heavy moment in history because this was established in prophecy. Okay, it says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. And they're going to be drawn out because of the situation that's taking place right now. Okay, and it says, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. See, so this situation is only going to transpire into a very bigger situation. And like I said, we're going to wait and see, but you could see something happening to Babylon, okay, because it's already happened to Amalek, so he's already with it. Now Babylon is saying they're going to back Amalek, so they're with it, but they're also acting like they don't want to go this route. So it could be easily seen Esau using the same playbook, run that play 911, hut, hike, run a 911 scenario again, and then now you'll see Amalek saying, see, we tried to tell you Americans, we tried to tell you we need to do, you know how that nigga talks. So you can see it, man, okay? And then you add in this these warnings, all right, these random warnings 4 days ago. We want to warn you Nothing to worry about. Look, this Esau, it's like you go to the mechanic. Nothing to worry about, but we're going to have to pull out your engine. You see, nothing to worry about, but experts say these Babylon cities would be most likely to be attacked. You see that? Wait a minute. Nothing to worry about, but these are the places that could potentially get hit? What the fuck? Excuse me. What are you talking about? Why is this even on the table if there's nothing to worry about? You got to put it together. You got to watch the devil. You got to listen what he talks, listen what he says. Peace. Peace but a sword. Peace. What kind of peace? The same peace that Jake calls slang in the hood? What peace you talking about, bro? It says Psalms 55 and 21. All right. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Yes, we want to bring peace, beautiful people. They're so great. And they're bored. They know that I would love. You know how them niggas talk. And it says, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay, so now that they say peace, immediately your first thought process should be, oh, destruction's coming, meaning something's about to happen. Okay, because we know the ultimate destruction of Babylon will not take place until the mandatory marking of the beast. Okay, the MOTB. All right, so you could see something potential like a 911 scenario to beef up the military, the presence, the causing of war. Like, let me say this, it just came to mind, what drew Babylon into the second war? It was the incident at Pearl Harbor, which there's theories about that Esau actually knew, so that he allowed it to happen, so that could give him a reason to go to war. So like now, Babylon has to act like the democratic, peaceful country that they're not, but they have to act this way. So then if they get attacked, then that's going to give them the green light and public's acceptance for the fierce actions that they're going to go in this situation. Now, two things just came to mind, the movie The Siege, and the second thing that came to my mind is, wait a minute, remember they said they don't negotiate with T squads? So why are they leaving this up to a T squad? Remember that? Let me look that up real quick. Remember they said that they don't negotiate? That's always been a thing. Who said we don't? Bam, right there. Right there. Who said that? Come on. Who said it? There is no single person who uttered this phrase. We do not negotiate. Okay. Oh, 1973. Okay, same playbook. In March, members of the look, and including U.S. diplomats, when asked how his government would respond, President Nixon, President Nixon created the DEA. President Nixon used the so-called war on drugs to specifically target Jake from Southern and Northern Kingdom. Isn't that quite funny? And I think President Nixon had something to do also with the gold. I have to relook that into it. But anyways, President Nixon stated there would be no negotiation with T squads. The hostages were killed the next day. So right here, okay, same playbook. All right. Oh, look, Persia. Okay, so time and time again. Look, the Taliban, 2021. The U.S. engaged in negotiations with the Taliban with the original. So look. Oh, look. The Trump administration conducted discussions with Hamas to secure the release of hostages, framing the interaction as discussion rather than negotiation. See, babble, plan words. See how his words are? No, we're not negotiating. We're discussing. See that? No. We said peace, bird. See, you see how they move? You see how this devil operates? Okay. So that's the spirit. That's the Holy Spirit right there. Give me that information because they're falling on their own words. Wait, you said you don't negotiate. We're not negotiating. We're discussing. See that? What a devil. What a demon. All right. But anyways, it's good news for us. Bad news for them because it's about to be a wrap. Okay. Esau's going to lose the third woe and they're going to lose their power position in rulership. And we will be the next up. So now let me see what else I got for you. Let's go back to this. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. See, cometh upon them. Whoever's saying peace and safety, destruction's going to come upon them. Who's only out here saying peace and safety? Babylon. So something's going to happen. Okay, something's going to happen. And this will give the green light for Babylon to do what they're going to do. Just like now, you got all these military troops and all scattered out in these cities. What a perfect timing to have a resolve for an issue that hasn't taken place yet, but they're using immigration as a reason to bring in troops. But those troops are here to stay. It says, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Meaning, oh my God, what happened? What's going on? Did you? No, we're going to be good. Like I said, going back to the personal testimony, I was at a job. Someone randomly came up to me. I don't know why they came up to me, but they came up to me in the spirit and said, hey, there's going to be a fire alarm drill. Be ready. So that's like the Lord right now. He's letting us say, hey, be ready. Expect the unexpected. So we're ready, and these people are going to be caught off guard. Okay, it's going to be another drill. Oh, matter of fact, did we just say drill? Let me see this. Where is it at? Look at this. From January 26th to 31, 2025, the beginning of this year that's about to end, a large-scale multi-agency nuclear indication training, incident training exercise will take place in the vicinity of Schenectady, New York. We're in New York. Okay, we're in New York. Are we afraid? No. Okay, but the point is that they are doing things, and you got to follow the breadcrumbs. You got to follow it, and then when you get all the breadcrumbs, you now got a loaf. Okay, so these people are about to get cooked. So could something happen? A 911 scenario? Absolutely. A black swan event? Absolutely. A black swan event, black guy event, black swan event. What is that? What does that mean? A black swan event is a rare, unpredictable. Nope, we're predicting it. Unpredictable. Which, let me say this too. I believe that Esau is going to blame us for prophesizing when things happen. Unpredictable event that has a massive and often devastating impact, but is rationalized in hindsight as if it were obvious. Yep, like right now. Oh, look. 911, financial crisis, and you can't take my video down now, you demon. All right, but anyways, let's see what else I got for you. Okay, let me go back. So we got that one. Oh, look at this. Isaiah 48:22. There is no peace, saith Yahweh Shemel Shai, unto the wicked. So they can say peace all they want, but you the wicked, Job 9:24, ain't no peace coming for you. All right, ain't no peace coming for you. And look, Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And right here, verse 8, a time of love and a time of hate. We're in a time of hate, a time of war and a time of peace. No, we're in a time of war. We're not in a time of peace. We're not in a time of peace. We're in a time of war. Okay. We got that one for you. Oh, then I also pulled up a couple precepts pertaining to like Jake right now. Jake, false leaders, teachers, even Jake wanting peace. And let me just also add that too. A lot of Israelites don't want to hear that war's coming. They, even though as much as they hate this place, they talk shit about it, they boycott it, they still love it though. Okay. So Jake is not ready for this place to end. Okay, you got to be mindful of that too. Be mindful who you're talking to. Be mindful who you're around. Be mindful what you say, man. Okay, be mindful. All right, because they got that old saying, see something, say something. All right, so something could happen. Something could happen right here in Babylon, not to utterly destroy it, but to beef up prophecy, and they're gonna go full steam ahead. Okay, that's why it says the devil shall come down upon you with great wrath. Let me actually grab that too. Revelations 12. And 12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Yeah, and hey, and people get afraid when Esau is upset. Heathens are afraid of the white man, okay? Because when Esau lets off, hey, there's no one policing Edomites, okay? Esau is the guy right now. So when Esau's doing something, people look at him like they can't arrest him. They can't touch him. They can't persecute him. Only another Edomite can. That's because the earth has been given to the hand of the wicked. So when Esau gets mad, when Esau has a reason to do something, people are afraid, man. Okay? Moab, Ammonites, Ishmaelites, they're going to be afraid. But this is why I said the weak now are saying they're strong. These countries are going to be with it, but they know Esau's a madman. This is why they're planning a NUKE fallout. And that's exactly Bible prophecy. Okay. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, Esau, Edom, is come down unto you, us Israelites, madman sparing none. They're going to play the blame game. You know, they could literally rope us in with some kind of Ishmael religion. Okay. All that. Okay. All that's going to come out. It says, having great wrath because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So there's going to be the right situations, the right scenarios to lead to major important prophecy coming to pass. So I just wanted to touch on this topic. You know, stay spiritually ready. Okay, keep your head on a spiritual swivel. Understand that things are happening. You just got the federal government said they're going to stop printing paper checks, and now it's going to go digital. Let me show you that real quick. Fed to stop paper check. Okay, look at this. Everything's happening. Vietnam canceled, I think, like 36 million bank accounts. Yes, the federal government is ending the issuance of paper checks for most federal payments, including IRS tax refunds, Social Security benefits, starting September 30th, 2025. Things are moving very, 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 very quickly, and we're going to have to end it off on Habakkuk 2. We're in a time where we got to read these precepts, man. Okay, this is the time we're in. Don't hold back. Don't think, oh, I've been reading that precept too much. I've been reading. You think Noah thought he said it was going to rain too much? All right, Habakkuk 2 and 3. Let's actually put this up in a different translation, and that's the lesson. Habakkuk 2 and 3 in the NLT. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. Okay, so it's speeding up, man. It's speeding up. Everything is just culminating. Boom, boom, boom. So expect the unexpected. Okay, expect the unexpected. Expect what these Babylonian citizens ain't expecting. Okay, you need to expect the unexpected. So now I guess the world is on a standstill to see what Hamas is going to say or what they're going to do. And I believe, well, I could be wrong. I believe they're going to say that they don't agree, or I believe none's going to be said and that something's going to happen and they're going to take that as an answer. Okay, you gotta read between the lines, man. Okay, you got to read between the lines. All right, so with that being said, I just want to say, Call Halal, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace, safety, and salutations to the Lord's elect. And with that being said, Shalom.